and fought. And when it was falling apart and they needed the Constitution, they came riding to his front door. And they said, "General, we will not survive. It's falling apart. We need you at the Constitutional Convention." His response was, "Have I not yet done enough for my country?" He closed the door, reflected, mounted his horse, and gave yet another part of his life because it was the right thing to do. So what did these great people give their lives for? They gave it for the American experiment. And that's what this is, an experiment. It's not just a country, it's an idea that man can rule himself. That's the American experiment. Do we, Americans that live today, surrounded by giants who gave it all, do we today say the experiment cannot work? Man must be ruled by someone. It does not end here. It shall not end now. It shall not end in my generation, in your generation. It is up to us. An ordinary man named Thomas Paine. He was a corset maker. He was the guy who kept women probably from sounding like this all the time. Corset maker, that's what he was. Until he realized, you know what, I can write. And so he would make corsets and he would write. And he wrote something called Common Sense. He said, you know, a lot of these things just make common sense. Shouldn't we be free? Isn't the king kind of oppressing us? Isn't he just taking our money? Common sense tells me he shouldn't do that, and we should be free. The average person began to understand and realize, wait a minute, I believe that too. But I've always thought I couldn't think those things because somebody was over me. I'm just a farmer, what do I know? He said it's common for a reason. That's not a slight or a slam. It was given to us. The framers get together and they say, these things we find self-evident. Common sense, self-evident. Everybody knows it. As soon as you say it, they know it. Yeah, I should be free. That man was created and endowed with unalienable rights. Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. That's the Declaration of Independence. Never before thought of. Nobody ever thought of that before. Nobody ever said that. You. A blacksmith. Guy making the really yummy donut burgers. I think he should be king, but that's a different story. Nobody ever thought that he should have a right to say anything? What does he know?